Hi, I'm Danielle Hartman, and welcome to another episode of Poured in PA. Reading has a rich history of brewing beer in Pennsylvania. Chatty Monks is continuing that tradition today with its new owners.
I was in the midst of building a microbrewery at another location, and the previous owners approached me before the pandemic, and they said, would you like to do this? You'd make a great fit for running this place. You have some really good ideas, because they are still friends of mine, and we run in a small circle in Reading, Pennsylvania. So through the pandemic, they continued to talk to us, and the opportunity presented itself, and then we proceeded to take over.
Who we are is just really involved in the community. We like to give back and then also share our culture. So traditionally, we've been in Indian food manufacturing for the last 35 years. We do private labeling for different businesses. The business is called Palace Foods. But it was really important for us because that is so behind the scenes, and we're catering to other people's recipes and brands, that Chatty Monks was gonna give us the opportunity to share our Indian culture. And so you'll see a bunch of Indian bar fusion, you'll see some of the beer names rolling out different stories, because to us, beer is stories. My beer journey started with Natty Light, and I drink a lot better beer now. But my dad could say the same as far as just the memories that come from being together with a crowd of people. And we want to capture that. We want to capture Berks County, its stories, and our stories.
My beer story starts with Peels and Milwaukee Best. And I've grown differently to appreciate the tastes of beer differently. I like all beers, it doesn't matter. I like the marketing behind the different brands. We're looking forward to creating different ideas with beer itself. Because of our current capacity, not that I'm not willing to invest more to increase our capacity, but I think if we focus on a couple of beers that can not only reach further audience, but to get our message further. With too many beers out there, I don't know that we can reach as far with our message.
We're also keeping a lot of the staples that everyone loves about Chatty Monks, like the Endo, Limelight, 227. Those aren't going away.
We took on the task of finding a good brewmaster.
John Stemler.
John Stemler we're talking about. All right. What I liked about him, I don't think his ego is so big that I can't critique his beer. The other thing I liked about him is I asked him to make a light beer. I asked the same of 4 other guys that I interviewed. Oh, you can't make a light beer. Why can't I make a light? Oh, that's garbage. You can't make a light beer. We're a craft brewery. Making a consistent light beer is still an art. John's like, well, there's a market for it. The message behind these beers has got to get to many people. So if you're going to not include people that drink light beers coming into our facility because we don't have a light beer, well, I can't get my message across. So he was willing to participate in promoting our message. And our messaging is very important. That was part of why we bought the brewery, why I was looking to originally establish a brewery, is to get our messaging across of being in the moment. And every time I've gone to visit any of the other establishments brewing, it's always fun to be in the moment at some place, and I'd like to continue promoting that.
I grew up here, I was born here. He moved from India to here and has been in the area since. With our other business, we weren't immersed in the community the way breweries are. When Chatty Monks first started out under the old ownership, they brought this community together, especially in West Reading on Penn Avenue. There was a lot of talent, a lot of local artists, a lot of hidden gems. And they just amplified that, and we're gonna keep amplifying that, because now there's a lot more breweries in the area, which is awesome, because a lot of the breweries work together to try to lift each other up, but it's really grown, especially in the last 5 or so years. We have slowly started to see more millennial aged people come into the area with some new properties that are being built, and so there's a lot happening, a lot of growth. There's also a lot of tradition here. The combination of the two is just something to look forward to.
I think just the people that seek out craft brewing is a community in itself, and they follow from place to place. And if you're drinking the local brand, you're part of the growth of it. So I think people take community to these breweries, and they can be within blocks apart. We have a number of breweries to visit right here. We welcome people to come and visit our establishment. We have a great brewery tour, we have a great winery tour. You can mix it up with a distillery, so you can mix it up all within probably 5 square miles. Yeah, within 5 square miles, you can have a number of tastings. If you're coming from out of town, come and ask for us. We'll even drive you around.
I'll drive you around. He says that he'll drive you around. I'll drive you around.
Okay.
Thanks for watching another episode of Poured in PA. Until next time. Cheers.